Happy Wednesday morning, everybody. A very wet day for most of the region and a lot to talk about, not just on this system, but the next one. The rainfall estimate, it's been heaviest around Tulsa, northeastward into parts of southern Missouri. That darker green that you're seeing there from Stone County to Berry County, maybe southwest Christian County, you're talking an inch to an inch and a half. Now, that's an estimate, but you can see lighter rains down here from Harrison to West Plains. This is actually the area that stands to be getting the heaviest rain today, and it's likely going to be continuing through at least early tonight. So a flood watch in effect for the south half of Missouri, roughly. This is from just south of Joplin to Springfield, over through the Houston and Salem areas, and then down through most of northern Arkansas through the day. So low pressure's in northeast Texas. Now we're on the cool side of the front, so we refer to this as the cool sector. Now it's not that cold for February, which is why this is all rain at this point. And then richer moisture to the south of the warm front, down here in Louisiana, back over to Mississippi. That area, and actually up through, let's say, eastern Arkansas, Little Rock or so, and maybe western Tennessee, could actually see severe weather, but that won't happen until much later in the day. See how our rain will actually increase through the morning hours, especially for those areas southeast of the Springfield area. While we're technically in the flood watch, I think the heaviest rain will occur just a bit away from us. There's low pressure at 2 o'clock. Again, heavier rain east and south of Springfield. Lighter rains on the western side of the low, but that's also where the cooler air is going to come in tonight. Now remember, I told you about that severe weather threat. It is not for the Ozarks. I really don't think we're going to see that, but now you start to see those thunderstorms erupt along the front. That's early this evening, and that warm sector, as we call it, will extend in areas mainly to the east and south of us. So let's say western Tennessee down through Mississippi and eastern Arkansas, that's where the severe weather threat is today. I think the timing and moisture is just a little bit off for us, but watch how that low pressure tracks right across the region as it does a bit of a break and then potential for some snow on the backside. Now, even where it snows, I really don't expect much more than a coating on the grassy areas, just not quite cold enough for it to cause any road issues, and the wind is really going to kick up once this low passes by out of the southwest. So we'll look at those speeds here in just a second. Clouds will quickly give way to sunshine tomorrow and a relatively warm day, but see this cloud line out here to the west? That's going to bring some cold and probably some snow as we head into Friday. Moisture, well, we've got a lot in the air. I think another inch to maybe 2 possible on top of what has fallen. That's where the heaviest amounts will fall, up to an inch in other places, and really I think that's probably going to include the Springfield area. Temps this morning holding close to 40, and we're going to see high temps up a little bit from yesterday. Mid to upper 40s, coolest here on the west side, and I think around 50 in Arkansas, but watch what happens here. As low pressure comes in, we may see a brief spike in those areas to the east, say Mountain Home, West Plains, possibly even Houston. I would say mid-50s, but that's like 10 o'clock tonight. Then the cooler air comes in, not bad for February, but in the 30s to low 40s. It'll be windy in the start tomorrow, but then look at that, tomorrow back in the 50s as we see that sun come back out. Now the wind is going to get gusty, not so bad during the day, a brief lull through early tonight, but after the low passes, say from midnight on, look at that, 35 to 40 mile per hour gusts, and that's through the overnight hours. And then we have Friday to worry about. Watch this. Here's early Friday. We could wake up with some light snow and the potential for it to snow for at least several hours as we head into late morning and early afternoon. The target seems to be areas south of Springfield, so a big turnaround. But that's why Friday is an alert day, because morning temps are going to be real close to freezing, and with at least some snow falling, I won't rule out a couple slick spots. So a lot of bouncing back and forth here. The weekend looks fantastic, and then more rain coming as we head into next week.